Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, I am going to be doing a TikTok makeup hacks, tips and tricks, all that sort of stuff. I don't actually know who the original creator of this sort of trend was, but if you do know, please let me know in the description box below. I know a load of YouTubers have done it, but I'd like to credit them if possible. So to get on with the video, I have got 5 or 6 different hacks from eyelashes to lips, all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to try and recreate just my everyday makeup routine. So it's nothing glamorous, it's just my go-to routine. So I'm going to see if it's better or worse than I currently do my makeup. Basically, in lockdown, I've done my makeup probably 4 times in like 15 weeks. So my skin's had a rest, although it doesn't look like it, but let's just leave this because I've been really bad with my skincare and I've had a lot of sugar, but we'll just ignore that. So I'm going to try them out. I'll let you guys know how it goes, and I will put the videos somewhere on the screen as I'm watching them so you can watch them with me. So the first hack that I'm going to be doing, obviously, will be my base, and this is a mix of concealer, contour, foundation. So let's watch it and see what she's letting us do.
Sis, I'm about to change your whole life. So instead of putting concealer and bronzer on after your foundation, we're gonna do it before. The key is to use a concealer that is much lighter than you would typically use. Now you're gonna take your beauty blender, and I like to use something to wet it. I don't use water. I like to use the Dewy Set Spray by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're gonna... I'm dramatic, I know. You're going to look like you just dumped your face in a bag of flour. That's okay. Now you're going to take a liquid bronzer shade that is much darker than you would typically use. At this point, you're probably gonna scare yourself a little bit, but that's also okay. At this point, you should definitely be questioning me. But wait. Put your foundation on like you would normally do. This is what it looks like after foundation is on. Bake. A little bronzer. Come back for part
2. Okay, so basically contouring and concealing before the foundation, then we should look $1 million. That's the plan. So the products I'm going to use are, surprise, surprise, the Collection Long Lasting Perfection. I don't actually use this at all, but it's the lightest one I've got, so I'm reaching for this. And then the darkest one I have is actually a concealer, but it's a Maybelline eraser. I just really like this, although it's very dark and it goes a long way, so I'm going to have to be careful. So I'll apply the concealer, I'll let you know what it looks like, then I'll apply the contour, and then we'll just go from there. Okay, I'm trusting the process. I have a feeling that this isn't as light as it needs to be, but this is the lightest one they have, so oh god. Right, so I'm going to get my beauty blender, lovely and clean, obviously, and I'm just going to spray some Maybelline Lasting Fix that I found in my drawer because I've not gone out to buy products for this video. I'm really sorry. So I'm going to spray it, like she said, don't use water, spray it, and then we're going to blend. Glorious. I'm pretty sure all the professional makeup artists out there are bowing down to this beautiful canvas right now. A little bit pasty. I don't even think this is as light as it needs to be, but we're just going to go with it. And we're then going to apply something that's probably too dark. You know, oh no, this is really thick. Okay, we're just going to go with it. Nobody panic. Get rid of that triple chin. Not that it's possible. If this works, it's an absolute miracle. Let's just blend it. Blend it and we'll see. I'm not trusting the process. So like I said, gotta be sparing with the contour. I don't even know how to make this any better. I'm just hoping that putting, oh god, this is so bad. I'm just hoping that when we put the foundation on, it's gonna work. It's not, but you know, the more I blend it, the worse it gets. Okay, it's foundation time. So to get rid of this monstrosity, I'm going to be using the Max Factor Face Affinity All Day Flawless in 75. It's a little bit too dark for me at the minute, but you know. Can it get much worse? Probably. Spoke too soon. So I'm going to pump this onto my face, hope for the best, and when I next see you, hopefully, I look like a goddess. I mean, it's covered my face. That's a positive. Like I thought, this foundation is quite thick, and it's covered practically all of it, I think. I mean, there doesn't look like a massive discoloration. It probably is on the camera. I'm probably gonna, when I'm editing this, think, oh my god. But it looks all right. I mean, not my best. It's really not my best. But what I'm gonna do is powder and then bronze. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Pray for me. Okay, so this is as good as it's gonna get as a base. I powdered, I bronzed, put a little bit of blusher on, and then did my brows. Fun fact, I hate brows. Hate them. So I don't like to do the ombre brow because I don't know how to. And it's just a lot more effort than I need to put in. So slap the slugs on and we'll move on to the next hack. This next hack is fake freckles. So on TikTok, there are so many different types of fake freckle hacks. So clearly I've gone for the easiest one, and I'm hoping that it's gonna look good. So let's see what the hack is. Seems easy enough. So for this, apart from the fact I'm getting it all over my hands, I'm going to be using the Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation in an F14. So this is just a cream contour, and I thought seems to do the trick. It's not too dark because we saw what happened when we go too dark. And you just put it onto a little brush. Seems easy, and then just stipple it onto your finger. I mean, this isn't coming out in circles. Does that matter? Does that matter? My concern with freckles, not real freckles, but fake freckles, is that they just are gonna smear all over my face and it's just gonna be a disaster. So, I've loaded my finger up. Just gonna press on. Yeah, I think my freckles are more like rectangles. But did we expect anything else? The problem with this is it seems to be a lot of effort for not a lot of reward. So I'm just gonna keep stippling, and then I'll show you the result at the end. Okay, so these are the freckles. Like I said, more like rectangles than anything. The great thing about this is that you can kind of blend them out. So once she'd done this, she then just went over it with a powder brush. So I'm hoping it just makes it a bit more subtle. Are they visible? I don't know. I feel like they're a little bit natural. They could just look like I've just put some contour on my finger and pressed it over my face, but we'll just go with that. So to me, so far, that's the best hack out of the two. The contour one I wouldn't do again. I'd rather just do my foundation, powder, and then use my powder contour like normal, or potentially use a cream contour if I found one that's not as lethal as the one I've put on. But freckles wise, not so bad. So the next hack I'm going to do is, obviously I've got to get Nikki tutorials into this one. It's contouring your nose, and anyone who knows Nikki tutorials will know that she always has a fantastic nose. So let's just see what she's telling us to do and see if we can put it into action. My bets are we're not going to be able to, but we can try.
All right, so you want to contour your nose without any failures? Let's go. First, you're going to need your bronzer. Take the bronzer on a brush, and literally what you start doing is bronze your entire nose from tip all the way to the bridge. It's going to look like a mess right now, but trust me, we will pull through. Okay, now here's the trick. You take your face powder and a dry beauty blender, and you're gonna snatch the sides. The more you bring this in, the smaller your nose is gonna look. So we're gonna make this as big as you like. Like literally, look how small that looks already. Don't forget the bridge. You wanna make that nice and light as well. Boo! Take a big faith breath. Oh my God, English, what even is it? And start buffing all of this out until it's soft. Some highlighter to just the tip and the bridge, and you're done.
The thing with me, my nose is fairly wide and flat, sexy, but it's just the way it is. So I'm hoping this might help me make it look a little bit smaller. I am wiping off all the foundation, all the contour, all the freckles. Should have done this first, but who plays by the rules? So once I have done that, I then go in with a dry beauty blender and looks like a press powder. So I have my dry beauty blender, which has powder on from before, but pretend it doesn't. And then we go in with looks like a coloured press powder. She could have specified. And then we just snatch our noses. So, ooh. Again, I really should have done freckles after this. This was terrible, terrible timing. Does my nose look snatched yet? I look like a lifeguard. Don't forget the bridge. And then you just... I'm assuming... Is that it? So once you've made yourself look this ridiculous, you can buff it out. Surely this is just going to buff everything off. It just looks bigger. Surely that has gone bigger rather than smaller. I look a little bit like Noddy. Maybe too much highlight. There is such a thing as too much highlight, and this is it. We'll go with this. Normally, if I was going to contour my own nose, I'd just go down the sides with a powder, blend it out. Doesn't look much better, but it doesn't look like this. So, you know, happy medium. So the second to last hack I'm going to try is one that everyone has probably seen, and it is the eyelashes with the blow dryer. I know a lot of people have already done this, but to me, I just had to try it. So let's see how ridiculous it is, and then we'll put it into practice. I'll put a coat of mascara on and then I'll be back with the hairdryer. Okay, so mascara's on. I was going to use my Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara, but I don't actually think it's as good as this one, which is the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. I have the stubbiest eyelashes in the world, but this seems to make me look like I have some. So I've put one layer on. I haven't done the bottom lash line, but wish me luck. So, cool setting. God. I don't recommend it, anyone does that. Oh, it sends you dizzy. Eyelashes look the same. I mean, it's practically just dried the mascara, that's all it's done. Right, I'm going to put another layer on, do my bottoms, and then we'll move on to the last hack. Okay, now that I have my mascara on, my eyes have recovered, we'll move on to the last hack. So obviously the one thing that we haven't touched are my lips that are basically non-existent right now because of foundation. But we'll see what this tells us to do and then we'll fail at that too, shall we?
How to make your lips look bigger. Overline the top of your lip called the Cupid's bow and follow your natural line down to the corners, and overline the bottom center of your bottom lip and follow that up to the corners, shade in the corners, apply lipstick and apply a lighter color to the center, and boom.
Okay, so we're going to try and make our lips look bigger. My lips aren't small, but they're not big, so I'm very much in the middle yet again. So we have to overline our Cupid's bow and the bottom, meet it at sides, shade it in, colour it in, and it should look great. She has beautiful lips. They're big and they're fluffy and they look lovely and lipstick looks great on them. These, not so much, but we'll try. So, wish me luck. Do they look lovely yet? I don't know. I'll overline them where she told me to, join them up and then shade it in the middle. And now I'm going to put on some lipstick. Any bigger? Any bigger? I don't know. A little bit big. Don't know how I feel about that. The final thing that they said is to put a lighter bit in the middle. So I'm actually going to go for this metallic lip gloss because why not? And hope that works. Does it work? Probably not. So this is the finished makeup look. Kind of successful, kind of not. I'd say the freckles were great until I brushed them off with the nose contour. The lips have made my lips bigger and that was the whole intention. Whether it makes them look good is a whole different matter, but you know, it's done the job. And then the eyelashes, please, please don't do that. That is a health and safety hazard and should be taken off the internet. But you know, I'm sure if someone else did them, it could come out with much better results. As I said, this is like a day by day makeup routine rather than like a glam at night, obviously, because I've got no real effort put into this. But I think some worked, some didn't, and that's the whole beauty of these hacks. So please, please give this video a like and subscribe if you can. It would mean the world. I just want to say thank you to everyone that supports me. I've had some people who's followed me from my first ever video and I now have over 300 subscribers and I'm growing slowly but surely. I'm just really enjoying the journey and I would love it if you would come along with me. So I hope you have a lovely weekend and I hope you're staying safe and I will see you soon.